part of what has really informed my thinking there's a chapter that is in the 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing. It's incredibly outdated in a bunch of ways, but there's one short chapter. It's probably 5 to 10 pages long called the Law of Category, which was incredibly impactful for me. And effectively, it's just saying, don't be the best, be the only. Like, how do you create new categories? The question of how can I be a category of one?
Yeah.
Right. So when people ask me, like, how do you feel about your competitors? I'm like, I don't view any of these people as competitors. As soon as you start thinking competitive terms, you're going to start making compromises and succumbing to groupthink and conforming in ways that you may not even recognize. And that will lead you to be less differentiated, generally speaking. But it's easier for me to sit here and say all this stuff than it is someone who's in hyper growth mode in the first few years of a project. It's like in the beginning, you got to buy your first few clients in a sense, right? When I did my first angel investing, I deliberately set out to make myself the cheapest labor on the cap table. What all that means is I'm putting in like $10K investment, right? Yeah. Even if it's a moonshot that pays off, like, okay, so maybe I make $100,000 over 10 years. It's not, the sort of net present value of that. It's like, it's just not a huge payoff. And I was like, I'm going to put in $100,000 worth of value in terms of my work for this company if I'm advising in like the first 2 months. And they're going to be like, what is this guy doing? Like, it doesn't make any sense for him. But what was I after? I wasn't after the payoff of that company. I was after a referral. I wanted the strongest possible recommendation from that person to the next CEO or founder. And similarly, in the beginning, you may and probably will have to bend over backwards to make sponsors happy, even if it financially ends up making very little sense for you because you're putting in so much time.
Yeah.
But what do you need? You need referral and credibility.
Yeah.
And once you build that momentum, you are in very good shape, assuming you don't destroy your reputation somehow, or damage it, which is surprisingly easy to do if you start cutting corners.